What's up, Minecrafters? This is KC, and welcome back to my video series for Minecraft Pocket Edition. During the last episode, I completed the build of the Desert Temple, and I'm pleased with the way that turned out. Plan to use that as a chest room at some point in the future. As I was walking around in the forest today, I stumbled across a single pumpkin. I would have loved to have found more, but there was just one. So I thought, since I had found that, that I would go ahead and begin building a pumpkin farm here in the desert village that I'm using as my base, at least for now. So I think I've gathered up everything that I need to begin this build. So as far as placement goes, this is a nice area because there's a few other crops here. And so I think I'm going to build the pumpkin farm sort of in this area. And I'm going to sort of center it in line with this, the center of this other field here. So in thinking about the placement, I think I want to leave 3 blocks wide, maybe for some type of walkway through this area. And I'm going to use these sandstone blocks to surround the pumpkin farm, similar to the other farms that naturally occur in this area. So I think I'm going to use that block. Then I'm going to make my pumpkin farm be 9 by 9, and I do that quite a bit, and the reason for that is because of the way that this one water source block will hydrate this area. It will hydrate a 9 by 9 area, and so that seems to make sense to me to use that for the size of the pumpkin farm. So I'm just going to continue building this out, and reason I like to grow pumpkins is because I like to make jack-o'-lanterns with those, and they provide some nice lighting in darker areas. In fact, they provide more lighting than torches. I think they have the highest light level in the game, which would be light level 15. And so they do provide some nice lighting, and you can build some structures up around that to make them look nice as well. So I'm coming out 4 blocks from the center with dirt. And again, this will be the area where my pumpkin farm will be. Like it's supposed to be part of this farm area in this village. I would have loved to have found more pumpkins, but I was walking along and I happened to see that one, and I looked around and I didn't find any others. But that'll be okay because we can grow more pumpkins and create seeds from those and complete our farm. So today we probably won't get a full farm going, but we will be able to at least get our pumpkin farm laid out. Starting to get dark, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is sleep for the night. Quite a few monsters spawn in this area. In deserts, it seems to me like they spawn quite a bit. And as I said in a previous video, maybe that's because you can just see them more clearly, because it's more open type of terrain. But I have noticed that once I sleep at night and wake up, I'll notice several of those mobs, like the zombies and the skeletons, dying. And you can run around and pick up quite a few bones and the mob drops from those. So that works out pretty well, although you don't want to get caught out at night because, again, there will be quite a few of those mobs around, and they will give you grief until you can get away from them or kill them all, which can sometimes be hard to do because there's just so many of them. Skeletons, especially, to me, are difficult because they shoot the arrows and can sneak up on you when you're not really paying attention. And that's happened to me a few times in this game. I think in the first episode, I died 4 times on camera, and I died another time after I stopped recording, just trying to get out of the situation that I was in. But I haven't died since, so that's good. So I'm just going to till this farm area, and eventually we'll see this tilled soil become hydrated. In fact, one block there is already hydrated. And again, it will hydrate all the way out to the borders from that one water source block. So it's a fairly efficient way to do farming, because there's quite a bit of area for you to grow crops in, because you only have that one water source block that's being taken up. Now with this pumpkin farm specifically, and the way pumpkins grow in the game, I won't be able to use all of this area that I have put dirt in, because I want to control the directions that the pumpkins grow. And I'm going to do that with some different block types, and we'll get into that as we lay this out. So I have the basic farm created, and I need to go create pumpkin seeds from the one pumpkin that I do have. And I think what I want to do with this is place my pumpkins. See, I think I might start on this side. So I'm going to place pumpkin seed here across this row, and then I'm going to skip a couple of rows. So I'm going to come over to that spot and place a pumpkin seed as well. And then I'm going to come back and replace these blocks. I really don't want the dirt here, so I'm going to probably place sandstone back in this area. So again, it'll look consistent with the other farms that are in the area. And I may place torches on this to help provide some lighting. It's always a good idea to provide plenty of lighting for your farms to help the crops grow faster. And I do have some bone meal, I believe, so I'm going to just bone meal these to get them fully mature, and they'll start growing pumpkins faster. And again, once I grow some pumpkins, I'm going to harvest those and then use the seeds to create additional plants. So that's the basics of the pumpkin farm. Now what I'm hoping is that when the pumpkins grow, for example here, that it will grow onto this dirt block and not out onto these sandstone blocks. So that'll make it a little bit easier to harvest, and it'll keep the pumpkin farm contained as well. So really now we just wait until these things start growing more pumpkins, and again, then we can harvest those and plant more seeds. So it shouldn't take too long for those pumpkins to start growing. And while we're waiting for that, I think I will go ahead and place some torches around this area. And again, this additional lighting will help those pumpkins grow faster. So I'm going to place torches in the center, and then maybe along the sides as well. And I think that should provide enough lighting to encourage the growth of the pumpkins. So it'll look a little bit different than the other farms, but again, right now I'm really trying to get these to grow a bit quicker. I don't think I want that there. I think I'll put one there. One here, one here, one here. So something like that should work just fine. Okay, so we have our first pumpkin, and it did grow in towards the towards that center row. There's the second one. So when this one grows, for example, it should want to grow over top of the farmland So they should always be growing towards the center row, if you will. So I think, do I have an axe? I do have an axe. Not sure what the most efficient tool is for harvesting pumpkins, but I think an axe does about as well as any other tool. So I should be able to make some more pumpkin seeds now. And I'll go ahead and plant those, and hopefully I'll have enough bone meal. I have some more bones, so I can make more bone meal. So I like to go ahead and get these plants at least mature enough to begin growing pumpkins. I think I'll go ahead and make some bone meal right quick. Most of these bones I found, again, just in the desert right after sleeping from all the skeletons that dropped them. So I think it takes 3 bone meal to get a plant to grow. Have a few more seeds left. I already have another pumpkin, so that'll be good. So hopefully this process will go fairly quick to get the farm fully going. So I have a couple pumpkins here to work with now. And so again, I'll just continue doing this until I get my farm fully planted. So I think this will be an efficient farm design. I do lose a little bit of space because I need that center walkway, if you want to call it that. Starting to get dark again, so I'm going to go ahead and get my bed ready because I don't want to get caught out here at night with all these mobs running around. And again, as I've said before, it seems like daytime goes so fast and nighttime takes so long, especially if you're just waiting inside of a building or something for daytime. So we have another pumpkin ready to go. That's good news. And I think this side of the farm, do I have all the plants there? I do have all the plants there. So I can start working on the other side of the farm. And I'm going to do the same type of pattern. Let's go ahead and make pumpkin seeds from those. And these pumpkins do seem to grow fast once you get that plant fully mature. Doesn't seem to take very long for them to start producing pumpkins. There's also quite a few watermelons out in the jungle as well. In fact, watermelons seem to occur much more frequently than pumpkins do. I just haven't yet stumbled across a large patch of pumpkins out in the jungle anyway. And really, I haven't ventured too far from home. I think I mentioned in a previous episode that I did go out far enough to find a mesa, which I really like, and I'm going to visit that soon, I think, and show you what that looks like. It's a fairly large biome, and just looking at it, I really hate to really destroy it. So when I do go to gather some of those blocks from that biome, I think I'm just going to do some mining to get that, because I really don't want to destroy the way it looks. We have a few more, or a couple more pumpkins here. So we'll go craft the seeds for those. And it shouldn't be too much longer before we have this farm complete. I think I'm out of bone meal, so I'll just have to wait for these plants to mature on their own. But that shouldn't take too long to happen. And the key thing really is just to get the farm set up and producing. And again, I want to use those to create jack-o'-lanterns for lighting purposes. So I think this farm is complete. I will continue to check on that and come back and harvest those pumpkins. So I think I will end this episode here. That was really my main goal for today, was to go ahead and take advantage of that one pumpkin that I did find. I may continue working on this a bit. One of the ideas that I had was to build some type of wooden structure sort of over top of the farm and place torches on that wood structure. That would get them up sort of off the ground, and again, would provide the additional lighting required to really get the farm up and running. So again, I'm going to end this episode here, and I have enjoyed this episode. I think this pumpkin farm is going to be very helpful for me. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to the next one. Thanks for watching.